everybody. Welcome to Disabilities Redefined with Dr. Wagner. I am Dr. Truett Wagner, and I am very happy you are here, and I am very happy Fannie Mae is here. Fannie is the new reigning. Well, she's not the new, she's just the reigning because there's never an old. That's true. Well, let me introduce Fannie. Fannie, how are you?
Hi, Truett. I'm wonderful, love. Thank you for asking.
Fannie is the reigning Miss Wheelchair USA 2023-24. What I said, Fannie, is that you are the new. You're never, well, you are the new, but there's never an old because in 2024-25, you will crown
Mhm.
another beautiful young woman and they will take on that year, but you will still remain 2023-24 Miss Wheelchair USA.
You kind of got a point about that. Yep. Yep, you're right. Yep.
So let's just jump right on in now. Listen, what I always want to know, what were some of the factors that led up to you making the decision to participate in this great national pageant?
Um, some factors. Well, first and foremost, the amount of support that's behind community action and impact. That is what kind of caught my attention. Um, I would say that's the number one factor. The fact that you are able to have a voice and use it and have support backing you up with your voice. So I actually found that to be pretty cool. And also the idea of wheelchair users being in a pageant, let's be for real. You don't really see that a lot. So yeah, I was all for it.
Well, I think that what you're talking about also is something that I love about this pageant because, of course, you have your beautiful gowns and you have the photo sessions. You've already done an interview with People Magazine. I see that you're already over there busy in Illinois, and you're with me today. But you have a very strong platform. And that is something that always, when I interview anyone involved with Miss Wheelchair USA, I love to speak about the platform because, well, explain to us what is the platform and what is your platform?
um, let's start off with platforms in general. Um, in my opinion, it's an open floor for you to be able to speak up for things that matter to you and the change that you would like to see in the world. Um, it's not an overnight process, I can tell you that, but it is something that has a community effort with it, and as well as different ideas and engagements, and it's just a ball of excitement, I should say, when it comes down to highlighting things that you want to see in the world. And then when we talk about my platform is empowering lives and building more effective leaders through the support of peer mentoring. So I'm all about peer connecting, peer networking, coming up with resolutions through goals and implementing strategic strategies so that way we can see those goals meet its highest potential. And just connecting with people that's kind of like going through the same thing you're going through in a sense. And yeah, that's my platform. And that's the main goal about it, empowering lives,
Right,
building more leaders.
but now one aspect of empowering lives and one of your goal is to promote gun control.
Hmm.
Yes, no,
Exactly.
because you are a survivor, and I remember one time we had a conversation, and you were saying that that's one of the major things that you kind of brought you to Miss Wheelchair USA, if I'm understanding it correctly. So can you just speak of uh, you are a survivor of gun violence, and
Mhm.
also how do you want that to affect your year or propel you into more of a national figure for speaking out against gun control or for gun control, I should say.
Uh, yes, unfortunately, yes, I am a survivor of multiple gunshot. I was shot 7 times, and it wasn't intentional. And with that sparking that non-intentional gun violence, um, it rings an alarm, and it changes lives, not only my life but everyone around me. And I wanted to just strive to see a change when it comes down to people coping and dealing with gun violence and the control of it. Let's just be honest. It's out of control. And so what we want to do is grab a grip on the people that's actually affected by it. And how are they coping? How are they dealing with it? And what are some solutions that we can bring to the table to help them get through this? And you never know, that person that needed that help to get through that, that person can turn around and help another person. And it's
Yes.
just a chain reaction, you know?
Yes. Yes. Great point. Very good point. Okay, so that's beautiful. I love that. And uh, you know, let's switch gears for a second. Go back to
Okay.
the pageant. Go back to the stage. What was it?
Ooh.
What was? What was it? Listen, what was it like competing? Because you all were. I listen. You had some tough competition. Okay,
Mm,
and it's just a week, a solid week. Again, we had our conversation before. You were saying that week was busy. You all had to do your platform presentations. You had to do your visual. What is it that you do? Your illustration boards, where you
Vision boards, yeah.
yes, all of which were amazing. Not only that, but you have to do the hair and the makeup and the jewelry, the whole 9 yards. And then you won, and immediately within like 10, 15 minutes, you're being interviewed by Jeremy Parsons from People Magazine. So, but
Yes, it happened that
what
fast.
was the week like? I mean, what was it? Was it real sisterhood, or was there a little bit of um, competition going on there?
Honestly, the week was pretty cool. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. You first meet everybody, you gotta break the ice,
Uh-huh.
right? We want to get to know each other, we're learning each other. And I want to say by the time we were able to let our hair down and actually share our stories between each other, that's what did it. And believe it or not, it actually brought us closer. And even with me sharing my story about what happened to me, everyone was like, wait, what? What happened? And it just grew a sense of togetherness between us. So that way we were able to actually express what we were actually going through without feeling no type of way behind it.
Yes.
Overall, it was really cool. Yeah, it's really a good sisterhood.
Yeah.
I'm surprised because I've never been a part of anything like that. So yes, it really is a sisterhood that has the potential for lasting for a very, very
Oh
long
yeah,
time.
yeah. Well, I always do backstage, as you know. I do the red carpet. I don't see you all unless it's a flash. We,
Right.
we we interview you between takes. We interview you between coming off and on stage, and then that that's that time. But earlier on in the evening, we're interviewing people on the red carpet.
Hmm.
So we have no idea what's going on back there. So it's always kind of fun for us whenever you come off stage just to get the energy of what did you just go through, and some of those questions, like, we want to know ourselves. A question we always ask is, how do you think you did? And people, like, that's really a cliched question. I'm like, no, it really isn't, because a lot of time, people, well, I don't think I did as well as I did, and or should have done, and or, as I rehearsed, and suddenly, boom, you're in the top five. So, it's a fascinating, fascinating evening. It really is.
I will tell you one thing. If I had to answer that question of how do you think you did? Off top, I don't think I did. I don't know. I don't know. I just immediately say I don't know. And then overall, everybody's looking at me like, well, you did good. I don't know. In the moment, it seems so surreal. You got the butterflies going. You got the okay, let's go action. And it's like all at once, right now, go on stage right now. And it's like, yes, right now. So that moment it's fast. It's very fast, I should say that. And yeah, you're just all over the place. But overall, I'm happy that I'm here. So
Yes.
I guess I'm called into the moment like, wait, I can't even believe I'm here, but I'm doing it. So I'm just moving and grooving with it overall. So
Uh,
yeah, you got a point about that. It does look fast and it is fast.
yeah.
Yes, it
What
is.
what was there, like, a favorite part? Was there something that you really stood out where you, because you did win? Hello, you're the reigning Miss Wheelchair. Was there a moment where you said, I've got this now, or were you every question or every turn in the dance floor? Were you, oh no, were you full of confidence or self doubt? What was it?
Um, it was a balance of it was a teeter-totter between both. I'm being honest. I didn't have full throttle in my mind, like, yeah, I got this. I did have it internally because that's what got me that far. But it was moments where I was like, okay, this is real. Competition is it's really heavy. And I did have compete against some pretty good ladies that was worth winning the title. And I at that moment it was looking like, okay, we're doing this. Well, the speeches needed to be spoken. And being back on stage, I think it was more so the practicing. That's when it hit. Like, okay, after all the practicing and the rundown and we did our final run, I was like, okay, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
I'm about to do it. And I'm about to just do it right now. And that's the attitude that I went in. And I just kept going with it. I'm like,
Now
yeah.
you also had family there, right? You had
Oh
some,
yeah.
yeah. Who came with you?
Oh, okay. We had my mom, we had my sisters, we had my beautiful children. It was
Yes.
all a surprise when it came down to it because I didn't know if my other sisters was going to be able to come, and they all ended up coming anyway. So
Right.
it was pretty deep in the stadium, I
Well, now
should
are they
say.
looking forward to this year that you've got ahead of you with your platform and becoming a stronger advocate around America and all of these appearance? I mean, what does mom think about sharing you with America?
She is, you can't stop her from sharing nothing. I'm like, before I can even post it, sharing it. Yep, that's Miss Wheelchair. And I'm like, Mom, oh my God. So she's thrilled. She's excited. And I can honestly say I think she's proud of me too.
Oh,
But yeah,
absolutely,
she
absolutely. So
yeah,
since
she's
you've won,
happy.
though, and again, we do want to say the pageant takes place in July. They will
Hmm.
start. They will start advertising, I think, probably in January for upcoming contestants. So, this is a new title. This is a new chapter in your life, so to speak. But
Hmm.
has your disability identity changed in any way? And what I mean by that is that now Fannie Mae and your full name, Franchan, right? Fanchan,
Yes, fashion. Yes.
Fanchan. But we, of course, we all know you as Fannie Mae, and I think in the
Hmm.
press they've pretty much capitalized on Fannie Mae as well, right?
Yes,
Every
let's
article
go.
I read doing my homework on you, it was Fannie Mae, and I think that's beautiful. Yeah. So in that respect, we'll call you Fannie Mae.
Thank
But we
you.
do want to say if somebody's Googling you and it comes up Fanchan Pierce, that is also you. We do
Yes,
want to
it
make
is
that
me.
distinction, yeah, in the age of social media.
Oh
Okay,
yes,
so
yes,
but
that's
but
me.
as far as your disability identity, because see now, again, this is a beauty contest, and you're obviously a beautiful young woman and incredibly smart as well. We do want to throw that in there. What was your major? And you've won academic. You've got quite a few academic
Yes.
accomplishments there going on. What was your major in
Yes.
school? What?
My major human services and global civic engagement, and I've inducted into over 6 national honor societies,
Yes.
and just dedicated my time to advocacy and just building up communities.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, that was
Thank
something
you.
that we all thought when we read your bio. That was very impressive. And with all, listen, more often than not, we do attract women like you who are
Mhm.
strong advocates because again, getting back to the platform, we they look for that there. Okay,
Oh yeah.
but now your identity, well, you're part of, well, I guess you could say U.S. history now, right? And it will always be Fannie Mae as Miss Wheelchair USA. So has this strengthened your disability identity, and do you now want to share it with more people?
Yes. I haven't really tunneled in to look at it that way, but just a quick glimpse. Yes, it has strengthened it. It added value and more to it.
Yeah.
It didn't take anything away from it. If anything, it honed in to highlight who I really am
Hmm.
and how passionate I am when it comes down to helping others. Um, yeah, it definitely added to it. It didn't change it though. It didn't change. It added more to it, and it
Yes.
just displayed me. That's all.
Wonderful. Great, great. What advice do you have, Fanny, for anyone who might want to do this in the upcoming year? Because again, we will begin promoting in January, for the
Mhm.
July competition. And to anyone out there who would be interested in doing this, that really would like to do it, but feels that they're just not right, what do you say to them?
Well, first and foremost, digging into yourself, believing in yourself helps a lot. And then that's going to be a next step. The next step is going to be, what do you want? And when I go into that, what do you want to see? Is there a certain change you would like to see in the world? Is it something that you want to see better for yourself?
Mm,
Um, it's kind of like a way of reflecting in on yourself.
mm,
And I will just encourage you to go for it. You're going to be surrounded around support, whether it's a support of you have issues, like as I heard you say, if I don't feel like I'm quite right, it's people that's going to support you and have patience
mm,
with you because you feel that way.
mm-hmm.
You'll be surprised at what people been through and how they're able to help you. So putting a roadblock in front of you on what you don't think you're able to do just because you're not sure of it, I don't think it'd be a good idea to do it. I just would encourage you to just believe in yourself first and just continue to just go forward.
Excellent.
Support's going to be there because you
Excellent.
made that step.
Excellent. Wonderful. And finally, I know we just started the year. What do you want to happen in this year? Not just for you and for me and all of us involved in the whole 9 yards, but for the U.S. and for the
Mhm.
disabled population. What would you, if you had to say, one solid, strong premier goal? I know you've got quite a few, but like one
Yeah.
that when you look back, or when you start this year and think you want to look back, if that even makes any sense to anybody, I don't know. But I guess the question would be, oh, this is a good way of phrasing it, and we'll edit all that out. No, we won't actually,
Okay.
because we're doing an unedited show now. Okay.
Got it.
What do you want to achieve on a national level as Miss Wheelchair USA? That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Understood.
Yes.
Um,
Thank you.
Nationally, what I would like, oh, okay, because my platform is already empowering lives and building more effective leaders. But I want to dig in a little deeper with that. I want to normalize coping mechanisms and ways how each and every one of us can cope. I mean, it's a touchy topic because most people don't like to be vulnerable and open about things that bother them. And then that's another way to shut down. But if we normalize coping mechanisms, it'll be a way of creating a space where we can thrive and be able to become a more effective leader.
Mm-hmm.
Starting with coping, because you going into things, a lot of the times we go in unconsciously and we don't realize that we're moving in a way that may not be healthy for us and based off of past trauma that we went through. And a lot of us hide that and we sweep it under the rug. So, what I would want to see in this world is coping mechanisms and how we can implement them into our lives without feeling pressured or feeling like it's the wrong thing to do, like in forms of therapy. When most people mention therapy, oh, it's just a red flag or don't do it. It's nothing wrong with me. If we can normalize that and have everybody feeling invited enough to share and be vulnerable about themselves,
Mm-hmm.
we're on the right track of healing. And we're on a right track of having healthy standing relationships between each other, whether you have a disability or not. And that's what I
Wonderful.
want to see.
Wonderful. Great answer. Well, listen, Penny, I think you're amazing.
Thank
I
you.
we were all rooting for you. I don't mind saying this now, but you were one of our top picks from day
Okay.
one.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, everybody.
yeah, sometimes it's hard though. It is hard because there were quite a few top picks, but you were one of them, and you won, and we couldn't have been happier. We were very excited when you won. We were looking forward to this upcoming year and everything you've already done, and that's very important to say. You are not starting today as Miss Wheelchair USA. You have already done quite a good bit over there in Illinois, because you were you are you still now. How does that work? Quick question, Miss Wheel. Now you went in as Miss Wheelchair uh, Illinois USA. Now, are you
Yes.
still Miss Wheelchair Illinois USA? Or are you only Miss Wheelchair USA now?
I'm currently Miss Wheelchair USA, but I do still have the title as Miss Illinois because we don't have someone available right now.
Right now,
So
yeah.
if you want to be a part, you know what to do.
Okay, yeah, because we do want to say it's just not starting today. You already were a title holder before all this
Yes,
and had already had a pretty extensive track record already of advocacy and
absolutely.
activism. So what can I say but good luck. I mean, it's going to be a great year, and I'll see you next July.
Thank you so much, Stuart. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Well, you're gonna come back. We're doing something different this year. Each year we with Miss Wheelchair USA we kind of change it up here in New York City with the show here. So we're gonna have
Okay.
actually a check-in probably in February with you
Okay.
and the runners up. Yeah, so that would be the case. But I was always the interview's over, so let's just shoot the breeze. I tell you, I was super excited about meeting you here because we met at the pageant, but I was
Yeah.
excited. We didn't even get to talk when you
No,
won.
we
We
were
didn't.
busy.
I
I
didn't.
was busy.
Yeah,
I was
you were
busy.
busy, and we didn't even get to talk at all. And I'm not going to lie to you, I have about 101-degree fever. I'm got my Theraflu, but I did
I
not
can't
want to
believe
stay
you pulled
home.
it. For me.
I did
Thank
not want
you.
to
I
stay home. I
appreciate you.
kept telling everybody, I'm like, I want to go see Fannie. So
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
this was a great interview. So we can't thank you enough. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I feel confident about it too. We it didn't really feel like an interview. Like really, you're good at this. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, love.
Don't go anywhere. Let's get some pictures.
Okay, cool.